The world around us often feels like Grand Central Station, doesn't it?
It really does.
Constant pings, back-to-back meetings, just a flurry of demands from every direction. It's this relentless symphony of noise, and sometimes it feels like our own homes aren't much different.
That's so true. Chaos follows us inside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in this relentless, often overwhelming chaos, how on earth do you find a moment of genuine peace, let alone joy in just being by yourself?
That's a huge question, isn't it? And it's really at the very heart of today's deep dive.
Okay.
Our mission really is to explore how intentional, quiet time and embracing solitude, well, they aren't about shutting yourself off from the world, not at all.
Right.
But rather about unlocking a profound connection with yourself. It's about discovering a sustainable source of inner peace and maybe surprisingly, mental clarity.
You've really hit on the core of it there. We're going to dive into how these deliberate moments of being alone can become this powerful pathway to true self-discovery, allowing you to return to the world recharged and, I suppose, more authentically connected. It's about finding genuine joy in those quiet moments, no matter how brief or how much life is thrumming around you. Let's unpack this. So right from the top, there's this common misconception, isn't there, about being alone. We often confuse it with something much more challenging, maybe even negative.
Absolutely.
What truly differentiates a healthy state of aloneness from, say, something like loneliness?
That is such a crucial distinction, and it really is the foundation of everything we'll talk about today. We have to clearly separate aloneness from loneliness.
Okay.
Aloneness, well, it's simply a neutral state. It's being by yourself. It's just a factual condition. You are in a space without others.
Right, just a fact.
Exactly. It carries no inherent positive or negative feeling. It just is. Loneliness, though? Oh, that's a different beast altogether. It's a deeply negative experience. And it's not really about being physically alone. You can feel incredibly lonely in a packed room.
Oh, no, tough.
It's feeling that profound sense of separateness and unease in your own head, maybe a yearning for connection that's missing.
A lack of something.
Precisely. A lack of genuine connection, perhaps with family, friends, or just a sense of belonging. And this internal disconnect, it can actually weaken your sense of identity because, we're social creatures. We get so much of who we are from our interactions.
That makes sense.
And the impact isn't just emotional. Studies show that persistent loneliness can lead to increased stress, higher cortisol levels, even passive coping, like just bottling things up.
Oh, physically too.
Oh, yes. Physically, it's been linked to higher blood pressure, slower wound healing, poor sleep quality. And here's the key thing. While aloneness can be chosen, isolation and loneliness, they usually feel forced on us.
Okay, so loneliness is like this internal deficit, a lack of connection with real physical consequences. That's a really stark contrast. What about solitude then? Where does that fit?
Solitude. Solitude is entirely different from both. It's chosen time spent alone. And it's done in a special, intentional way.
Intentional. Okay.
It's not just taking time for yourself, but actively taking time with yourself. You see the difference.
Yes, with yourself. I like that.
It's inherently therapeutic. It's genuinely essential for our mental and emotional well-being. Think of it as a dedicated chance to refresh, to remember who you are at your core, and reconnect with your deepest values. It's quite telling, I think, that in today's hyper-connected world, we often talk about an epidemic of loneliness.
Right.
Accompanied by a famine of solitude. We're surrounded by people, by information, yet we rarely carve out that meaningful time just for ourselves.
A famine of solitude. Yeah. Wow, that really resonates, doesn't it? It feels like we're actively missing something vital.
We are.
So what does this chosen solitude provide that just, being alone doesn't? Are there specific conditions that need to be met for it to really work, to be beneficial?
Absolutely. Good question. For solitude to be genuinely nourishing, 4 key conditions should ideally be present. First, it has to be voluntary.
Okay, the choice again.
Yes, you consciously choose it. This is paramount because forced isolation just feels completely different, fundamentally different. Second, you should be capable of regulating your emotions while you're alone.
What does that mean exactly? Being comfortable.
It means being reasonably comfortable with your own thoughts and feelings, rather than getting completely swept away or overwhelmed by them when you're quiet.
Got it.
Third, you should be able and willing to join a social group, meaning you're not just using solitude as an escape because you find social interaction too difficult or scary.
So it's not about hiding.
Not healthy solitude, no. And finally, you should be able to maintain good relationships outside of that group. This really emphasizes that healthy solitude isn't about complete withdrawal or being antisocial.
Right.
It's about finding that essential balance. It's strengthening your inner self so you can actually engage more effectively, more authentically, and maybe more joyfully with the world when you choose to. It's proactive, not just a reactive retreat.
That clarity on solitude being a choice, not a punishment, that's really powerful. But, okay, for many of us, the immediate question is, how? How on earth do we even begin to carve out that space in our packed lives? Especially when, like we said, our homes feel like Grand Central Station.
The pets, the piles, the people.
The constant dinging. Where do we start creating this precious space?
That's exactly where this idea of a sacred space comes in. And let me be clear, it's not about grand gestures or needing specific spiritual items.
You're required.
Aha, no, you're required. Unless you really want one, of course. It's about creating an intentional spot, a place where you can consciously breathe deeper, connect with yourself, and feel truly undistracted, even if it's just for 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's about finding what some call soul footage, not needing lots of square footage. The space becomes sacred because you decide it is. That's the key.
Like that. Soul footage.
And the good news is creating this space is actually much simpler than you might think. We can break it down into 4 pretty straightforward steps. First, claim your space, even if it's tiny. Tiny is okay.
Tiny is absolutely okay. Don't wait for the perfect, quiet, empty room. It might never come. This could be a cozy corner of your bedroom with a lamp and your favorite blanket. Or a sunny windowsill where you keep your journal and a mug for tea. Maybe just a shelf with a soothing candle and a beloved memento, like a smooth stone or a seashell. The size, honestly, doesn't matter nearly as much as the intention and the feeling you create there. It's about designating a little breathing room just for you. A physical anchor for your quiet time.
Okay, so designate a spot, imbue it with meaning. What's step 2?
Second, clear the clutter. And this is both physical and emotional clutter.
Ah, okay. Both kinds.
Yes. It's incredibly hard to feel peaceful if your spot is buried under unopened mail or work papers or, stray socks. So tidy up that corner.
Makes sense.
But the real clutter often isn't just the physical stuff. It's the nagging guilt about things undone, the noise of external expectations, the internal chatter about mistakes or worries.
Oh, yeah. That internal noise can be loud. So this step is like giving yourself an explicit permission slip. Let go of what you don't need, both in the physical space and, crucially, in your soul. Before you settle in, maybe take a few deep breaths and consciously ask yourself, what am I ready to release right now? What noise can I set aside just for these few minutes? That mental clearing is just as vital.
Wow, that's powerful. Making room internally, too.
Yeah.
Creating a real sanctuary.
Okay, and the third step.
Third, make it uniquely yours and nobody else's. This isn't the spot for the kids' homework or where your partner takes calls or where the dog chews his bone.
Then it's your space.
Exactly, your sanctuary, exclusively for your inner world. So fill it with things that genuinely nourish your spirit. A journal, your favorite pen, maybe a calming playlist ready to go.
Like personal touchstones.
Precisely. A small plant that brings you joy, a soft throw, maybe a framed quote that speaks truth to you, reminds you of your values. The goal isn't to impress anyone. It's to cultivate an environment where you can meet yourself in stillness and gently say, okay, welcome back. It's about honoring yourself. That makes perfect sense. Creating a space that really calls to you. And the fourth step, I'm guessing this is the most crucial one, actually using it.
You got it. The fourth step is to actually use it, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Creating a sacred space isn't about building a museum exhibit. It's about making it a consistent habit. Showing up for yourself.
A habit.
This space becomes a tool, a lifeline you return to. Maybe it's every morning before the world wakes up, or a deliberate check-in after work to decompress. Maybe just a midday pause when you feel totally frazzled.
5 minutes is enough, really.
It doesn't have to be long or profoundly spiritual every single time. Honestly, 5 minutes a day, done consistently, can become this deep well of peace. A place to remember who you are, what you truly need, and that peace is possible, even amidst the chaos. The consistency really is key. It builds that muscle of inner quiet.
So we've deliberately carved out our personal oasis. Now, what does this mean for what we actually do when we get those moments alone in that space? It's not just about sitting there blankly.
Right. You're absolutely right. It's not passive. Once you have that intentional space, the inner work can really begin. And the key to unlocking the full potential of our alone time, as mindfulness expert Jon Kabat-Zinn often reminds us, is mindfulness.
Okay, mindfulness.
It's about focusing on the present moment, Observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, allowing yourself to be fully present in that stillness solitude offers. It's really an active engagement with your internal landscape. And there are several practical techniques you can try in this space. Breathwork is so simple but incredibly powerful.
Just breathing.
Just focusing on your breathing. Maybe slow, deep, diaphragmatic breaths, feeling your belly rise and fall. Or trying the calming rhythm of alternate nostril breathing. It anchors you right here, right now, calms your nervous system, clears the mental fog. You can literally feel your body relax.
Yeah, I can see how even a few conscious breaths can recenter you almost immediately.
Yeah.
What other practices fit here?
Then there's meditation, finding that quiet spot, gently closing your eyes, maybe focusing on your breath, or a simple word, a phrase, a mantra, just to help bring your mind to a state of calm.
Is it about emptying the mind? I always struggle with that idea.
That's a common misconception. It's not really about emptying your mind completely. That's almost impossible. It's more about observing the thoughts as they drift by, like clouds, without getting snagged by them.
Ah, okay. Observing, not fighting.
Exactly. This practice helps quiet that relentless mental chatter and brings a real sense of inner peace over time. And for those who maybe prefer a more active form of reflection, journaling is a fantastic tool.
How so? Beyond just writing what happened.
Oh, much deeper. It's not just a diary entry. It's about exploring why something happened or how it made you feel. Putting thoughts and feelings onto paper can genuinely ease your mind, promote really clear thinking, and encourage deep self-reflection. You start seeing patterns, processing emotions, gaining perspectives you just wouldn't notice otherwise.
That's a great point. It's like an active dialogue with yourself. And what about for people who find peace outdoors?
Yes. For those who connect with the natural world, nature walks are wonderful. Engaging your senses, the sounds, the smells, the feel of the air, it helps relax your mind, reduces stress significantly.
Like a moving meditation.
Exactly that. It gently pulls you into the present moment, away from all those internal pressures. And the overall impact of this kind of reflection, as our sources highlight, is just transformative. It calms the mind, deepens our understanding of who we are, clarifies our goals. It can even help heal emotional pains. It reminds me of that lovely Deepak Chopra quote, "In the midst of movement and chaos, keep stillness inside of you." That stillness is what we cultivate in these moments. And when we consistently embrace this quiet time, this intentional solitude, the benefits are really wide-ranging. They're remarkable, touching our mental, emotional, and even our physical well-being.
Okay, let's break those down. Mentally.
Mentally, you'll likely experience a significant reduction in stress. That's partly due to consistently lower cortisol levels. You'll find improved focus, better concentration, enhanced self-awareness, and just greater resilience when life throws curveballs.
Those sacred pauses you mentioned.
Exactly. Those moments where you consciously step back, breathe, and then approach a situation with more clarity, that leads to demonstrably better decision-making. And what's truly fascinating, research suggests silence can actually stimulate brain growth.
Really? Actual growth?
Yes, particularly in the hippocampus, which is crucial for memory and emotion regulation. It seems the absence of external noise and silence allows your brain to engage in deeper self-reflection, actively strengthening neural pathways. It's like giving your brain this focused internal workout it rarely gets otherwise.
It's remarkable to think quiet time can have such a tangible impact, even physically, on our brains. Beyond that, how does this practice specifically foster emotional healing and self-discovery?
Emotionally? Well, solitude offers this safe sanctuary, a place to actually process feelings, to acknowledge them instead of just pushing them down, which is incredibly liberating.
Yeah, we tend to do that, don't we? Suppress things.
We do. And this leads to profound mental freedom, healthier reactions to stress and anxiety. It's a dedicated space for developing genuine self-compassion, for making peace maybe with your vulnerabilities, your fears, your self-doubt. As one perspective put it beautifully, choosing silence over conversations and solitude over distractions allows for clarity, self-reflection, and emotional recovery. You learn to be your own kindest companion.
That's lovely. And physically.
Physically, the ripple effects are noticeable too. Things like reduced muscle tension, lower blood pressure, more regulated breathing, a lower heart rate, and often demonstrably better sleep quality. It all connects.
This is really fascinating, how these inner practices translate into such widespread, tangible benefits. But how does this inner peace, how does it extend beyond just ourselves? Does cultivating it actually make us better in our relationships?
It absolutely does. And this, for me, is where the power of solitude truly comes full circle.
How so?
When you cultivate a strong, stable inner relationship with yourself through this intentional solitude, you become less psychologically and emotionally needy, less dependent on others for your sense of worth or happiness.
Okay, less needy.
And that newfound inner strength, it leads to greater freedom in how you experience and interact with other people. As your own neediness lessens, you're more genuinely able to give of yourself, to truly see others as they are, to contribute without expecting something back constantly.
I see.
So far from being isolating, embracing solitude can actually make you, as someone put it, more engaged, more able to contribute to building a society that is sane, peaceful, and just. It profoundly shifts your external interactions because your internal foundation is solid.
Wow.
It reminds me of Henry David Thoreau, I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, and not when I came to die discovered that I had not lived. He found himself in solitude, and that clarity allowed him to live more fully, more authentically, more deliberately in the world.
What a powerful sentiment to carry with us.
Mm-hmm.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, the key takeaway seems really clear. Embracing quiet time, intentional solitude.
Yeah.
It isn't some luxury, is it?
Not at all.
Or just a retreat for introverts, or an escape from responsibility.
Definitely not.
It's fundamental, an essential practice for nurturing your mental, your emotional, your physical health. It's a deliberate, empowering choice to cultivate inner peace, which allows you to return to the world recharged, more self-aware, and actually capable of richer, more authentic connections with everyone around you.
Beautifully put. And maybe here's a final provocative thought for you, for our listeners to mull over. A paradox drawn from one of our sources. The loneliness you are feeling is the peace you've been begging for.
Wow. Say that again.
The loneliness you are feeling is the peace you've been begging for. Consider that for a moment. What if those moments of quiet, even if they feel uncomfortable at first, or seemingly empty? What if they're actually the pathway, the doorway to the profound peace and clarity you truly desire? Perhaps that discomfort is just the sound of the old noise finally fading away.
That's a lot to think about. What small, intentional step can you take today, right now even, to claim your own sacred space and begin finding that joy in your quiet time? We really encourage you to explore that question for yourself. Until next time, stay curious.